Reese and Dad's quarantine cooking show.
What's for dinner?
That's a good question. What is for dinner tonight? Who knows?
Popcorn chicken with green beans.
Yep.
And it's keto.
Keto popcorn chicken with green beans. So, episode 2 of Reese and Dad's quarantine cooking show begins. Okay, so first thing about what we're having tonight is that it requires buttermilk. And here's something I can tell you about buttermilk is it's a pain in the ass because you never have it when you need it, and when I need it I can never find it. So before the sneeze apocalypse began, we tried to get milk from I think like 3 different stores, buttermilk, and of course they didn't have it. So the good news is though, you can make your own buttermilk. You basically just need milk, 1 cup of milk and 1 tablespoon of vinegar. So 1 cup of milk for every tablespoon of vinegar that you need. So however much buttermilk you need. For this recipe, we're making 8 servings of it. So we needed a total of 2 cups of buttermilk. So you just 2 cups of milk, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, let that sit for about 10 minutes, and you pretty much have buttermilk. First, we've got bite-sized chunks of skinless, boneless chicken breast. There's just under 2 pounds of that in here in our homemade buttermilk that we just discussed. This was covered and in the refrigerator for 24 hours. Okay, here's the next key. This is the key to the crunchiness, because we're not actually going to fry these, we're actually going to bake these. But this is crushed pork rinds, or as our friends to the south like to call them, chicharrones. And they will add the crispiness, but the good thing about them is that they add absolutely no carbohydrates whatsoever. And you won't really notice the flavor once you cook them. They do a good job of kind of taking on the flavor or whatever else you need. All right, so some other stuff you're gonna need to make these. You're gonna need coconut flour, which you can get pretty much anywhere. I got this from Trader Moe's, also known as Aldi. Sea salt, which is the standard, black pepper, our good friends garlic powder and onion powder, and then good old smoked paprika. I suppose if you didn't have this one, you could use regular paprika, but I got more spices than I know what to do with half the time. Last but not least, you're gonna need 2 eggs, which for us was a difficult thing to get. We went to 3 different stores during this quarantine. 4 stores? Jeez, we went to 4 stores and didn't get any eggs. But fortunately for us, Marjorie, my mother-in-law, is willing to stand in line at a Costco before it even opens with 300 other people and scored us as many eggs as she could get her hands on. So we have some of these precious gems now. All right, so we got our chicken cut up and ready to go. It's been soaking overnight. We need to go ahead, since we're gonna get everything else ready, we'll kick this off to 425, so preheat the oven before you get started on the rest of it. All right, so we're gonna need 3 bowls to make this easy. So we will start out this, because we're gonna dip the popcorn chicken individually into the bowls.
So now we're gonna take 1/2 of coconut.
1/2 cup in the bowl, sure.
So you add 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt to the coconut flour. So then you add 1/4 teaspoon of pepper to the coconut flour and sea salt.
All right, next you gotta add 2 teaspoons of onion powder straight to the pork rinds, or 3 teaspoons as the case may be. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder to the pork rind. Last but not least, a couple of eggs. We got our pan here, and we've got our 3 bowls. You start with the coconut flour mixture, go to the egg wash, and finally hit it with the pork rind mixture.
Okay, this is the finished product. And now what are we gonna do?
Put it in the oven and bake it for 20 minutes.
Yay.
We're having real green beans, because green beans in a can are terrible. Facts.
I have skills.
Our green beans are over here and boiling up a little bit. They probably have about 30 seconds left. Meanwhile, we've got a healthy dose of butter over here in the saute pan. Getting ready for these green beans. They're green, and so they're full of fiber. And the butter's got good fat in it for you.
Here is the finished product.
All right, well, that brings a close to episode 2. Tonight we had keto popcorn chicken
With green beans.
with fresh green beans. On the popcorn chicken, I think it was really good. I liked it. Zoe gave it a 10 out of 10. Reese?
I give it a 9.5 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it an 8, mostly because I kind of thought it was a pain in the butt to cook. Just having the 3 bowls and dipping these tiny little chunks of chicken and getting that going, that's a pain and kind of a mess. But other than that, they were pretty good, I thought.
The green beans were really good.
Of course, the green beans are good. They had butter and salt. I had some data here I was going to share at least, because I know that sometimes people like to know that. So servings, it didn't really say what the serving size is, but it said 8 servings, whatever the heck that means. 13 grams of fat, 6.1 grams of carbs, 63 grams of protein, 1.5 grams of fiber, and 466 calories. So, not too bad for you, I suppose, right?
Yep.
Now we have to figure out what the heck we're gonna make again.
Let us know in the comments what we should make. That's keto.
It doesn't have to be keto,
Well, you
but
can-
low carb.
But low carb.
Thank you for watching.
Bloppy! Bloppy, bloppy, bloppy!
Is everybody ready to eat? Mayonnaise?
Whoa!
So be.
So I made 2.
Let us know in the comments.
So now we're gonna take 1/2 of coconut, 1/2 cup of coconut flour.
This is going well.
It's a small bag. Okay.
It is a small.
Why is it in such a okay.